You know, almost every business is sitting on a gold mine of customer data, but for a lot of them, it's just, well, it's a mess. It's stuck in spreadsheets, lost in emails, scribbled on sticky notes. So today, we're going to take a look at a platform called Custofy CRM that promises to turn all that chaos into pure clarity. Let's be real. This is a problem so many businesses face, what I like to call customer data chaos. You know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling where crucial information is somehow everywhere and nowhere at the exact same time. It's almost impossible to get a straight answer on what's actually going on. And that really leads to the big question, right? Are you losing sales in all that chaos? If that question kind of hits home, trust me, you are not the only one.
And this chaos, it's not just a feeling. It has real-world costs. I mean, we're talking about customer info being scattered all over the place, which of course leads directly to missing out on sales opportunities. Think about all the time just burned on manual tasks, the fact that you have no real insight into how your team is doing, and the sloppy customer service that comes with it. And yeah, hanging over all of it is that constant worry about keeping your data secure.
But what if you could finally get that mess under control? Well, that's exactly where something like Custofy steps in. And it's not just another piece of software. Think of it more like a central command center for everything and anything related to your customers.
So what does that actually look like? Imagine this, a single, clean dashboard that takes that flood of data and turns it into a crystal clear picture of every customer conversation, every new lead, and every single sales opportunity you've got in the pipeline.
And hey, if you're not totally sure what CRM even means, no worries. Just think of it like this. It's a system that's built from the ground up to help you create stronger connections with your customers, make your whole sales process way more efficient, and at the end of the day, really drive your business forward.
Okay, so that's the big idea. But what does this actually look like day to day, minute to minute? Let's follow a user through their typical routine to see how Custofy really works in the wild.
So, let's meet Sarah. She's a salesperson, and we're going to follow her through a pretty typical day to see what kind of a difference a tool like this makes in the real world.
Her journey today is pretty standard for any sales role, right? She's going to add a new client, create a deal, send out the invoice, and then, and this is super important, set a reminder to follow up. It's a familiar process, but you're about to see how having the right tool changes the entire game.
Okay, so right here, this is where it all starts. A new lead comes in. But instead of grabbing a sticky note or opening a new spreadsheet tab, Sarah just pops open this one simple form and captures every key detail she needs. Right from the get-go, that data is clean, organized, and actually useful.
All right, customers in the system, what's next? Well, she immediately creates a sales opportunity. And check this out, she links it right to that customer's profile and even adds the specific products they're talking about. This isn't just a random note anymore, it's a real trackable deal in her sales pipeline.
So, the client gives the green light. Awesome. Without missing a beat, Sarah generates a professional-looking invoice straight from the system. It pulls in all the right info automatically, and best of all, she can see exactly when it gets paid. The whole process is just so smooth.
But look, the job's not done when the invoice goes out. To really build that relationship and provide great service, Sarah sets a quick follow-up task. It's tied to the customer, has a deadline. This is how you make sure nothing ever slips through the cracks. This is how you turn a one-time sale into a customer for life.
Okay, so that's Sarah's view from the trenches, right? But what about her manager? Let's pull back and get that 30,000-foot view to see how this empowers the entire business. And this is really smart. The system is built around different roles. So Sarah, she sees exactly what she needs to do her job. Her contacts, her deals, her to-do list. But an admin, they get the whole picture. Team performance, sales trends, the full reports. Everything.
So let's bring in David, who's Sarah's manager. Now for him, Custofy isn't just about checking off tasks, it's a strategic tool. It's how he gets the real data he needs to make smart decisions for the whole team.
And you can see the difference right here. It's pretty striking. On one side, you have Sarah's focused view, which is perfect for helping her close her deals. But on the other, you have David's command center. He sees sales trends across the entire team, the total value of all open opportunities, task statuses, everything at a glance. He sees the whole landscape.
And from this central hub, David has access to some seriously powerful reports. We're not talking about spending hours digging through spreadsheets. We're talking about getting instant insights on the sales funnel, customer history, and individual team performance, all with just a few clicks. And visuals like this is what it's all about. It gives David a quick pulse check on the business. In literally seconds, he can see the total value of the sales pipeline, spot any bottlenecks where tasks are getting stuck, and watch the flow of new leads coming in. This is what people mean when they say actionable insights. Now, of course, with all this important data in one spot, security is a huge deal. And David has complete granular control. He can go in and set up exactly who can see what, making sure sensitive business information stays locked down and is only accessible to the right people on a need-to-know basis.
So when you put all these pieces together, you start to realize it's about way more than just getting organized. It's really about fundamentally changing your entire customer journey, from that very first hello all the way to building long-term loyalty. Just think back to those problems we talked about at the very beginning. Each one of them has a direct answer here. Scattered info? Nope. Now it's a centralized, searchable database. Missed opportunities? Not with proactive tracking and follow-ups. No idea how you're performing? Now you've got real-time dashboards. And those data security worries? They're handled with robust, role-based access.
It all comes down to this idea of achieving seamless efficiency, crystal clear insights, and complete control. You're making a conscious choice to move away from that reactive, chaotic way of doing business and into a clear, proactive strategy.
So I'll just leave you with this one thought. Think about your own business. If you had that kind of perfect clarity, if you could see every customer, every lead, and every single opportunity with total confidence, what could you really build?